Yes, Dave.
All right, good evening. We are now calling the Forestville Town Board monthly meeting. Today is May 18th, 2026. The time is 6:33 PM. We are at the Forestville Town Hall. Roll call.
Kevin Gillett,
Here.
Lauren Eager,
Here.
Dina Schmidt. Here. Teresa Klavach here. Larry Huber,
Here.
David Samuels,
Here remotely.
okay, and Jan Gillett. Here.
All right, thank you. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Verification of public notice.
Our agenda was posted on our website, at our town hall, and in the clerk's office.
All right, thank you. Agenda presentation. These were emailed to us. I didn't see anything that needed to be changed or adjusted on this. Any other board members?
Look good to me.
All right, I'd like to get a motion to accept it.
I will move to accept the agenda as written.
Lauren will second.
All right, I have a motion from David to accept the agenda as presented and a second from Lauren. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, it'll carry. Approval of meeting minutes from April 21st, which again was emailed to us. So did anybody have an opportunity to see anything that they felt needed to be adjusted?
Oh, they were very well done for the length of the meeting that it was.
Agreed. I didn't find any problems.
They're pros.
All right, well then I look for a motion to accept them.
Also move it.
I will second.
All right, Kevin made a motion to. Okay.
Okay, his internet connection
Is it delayed?
is delayed.
All right. So I have a motion from Lauren to accept the meeting minutes as presented and a second from David. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that will carry. Treasurer's report.
The town checking, we have $1,127.63. The money market, we have $111,275.76. The broadband account, we have $15,650. The CD for the fire department is $141,793. The cemetery account is $16,783.65. The LGIP is $392,736.66. And the WPS escrow is $1,000 left. The Maplewood Park project has been transferred to the committee. So it's zero
By check.
by check.
Okay.
Mail.
Here today.
No,
It's here. Okay.
yes. You will get it.
After approval.
We got one with the wrong network.
Is that a problem?
We're using the guest network, so it makes it a little difficult. We're not as stable as the town board network.
Okay.
If it's working, that's fine.
No, don't think so. No. Okay, we should be working better then.
I have only one question. It's gonna be for Teresa.
Yeah.
There's $1,000 left in the Wisconsin Public Service escrow. We billed them $1,000 up to date, right, for these last permits.
I think we're down to 600.
That was 600?
I think so, yeah.
So I
What you
just-
sent me.
I just wanted to explain, because I had sent you in that email that,
Right. Yeah, we're down to 1,000, yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, because I had told you there was gonna be more coming.
3, 5, 6, no, we're 1,000, exactly.
Okay.
This is what we did.
So there will be no more coming that I am 100% aware of right now. Because the last 3 that they sent me weren't for our township.
Oh,
So I said I'd accept the money, but you know,
Yeah.
we don't have a lover's lane or a, or whatever.
I was just gonna request, do you think I should request more, up to 3,000?
Oh, I would think so, because you're only at 1,000.
Right, okay, I'll request from that.
Because when they come,
Yes. Okay,
right, they want
Yeah.
it approved right away. Well,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
we're approving them as if we got
Yeah, the
money.
money, right.
yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's my only question. Anybody else see anything on here?
I was thinking the same thing too, but I didn't know, I knew last month was more,
Yeah.
so.
Thank you.
Okay, so then I would need a motion to approve this.
I could not see the bills, but I'm assuming they are good.
Is there anything for credit card or any of that stuff? No, that's all automatic.
It's all in there.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's all in, it's all in the report. But I'm just wondering. how I get the-
Well, then I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
I will move to accept the treasurer's report. I assuming I cannot see the bills, but I assume they are good.
They are.
Okay, then I move to accept the treasurer's report.
All right, I have a motion from Kevin to accept the treasurer's report as presented, and a second from David Samuels. All in favor? Aye.
I
Opposed? Hearing none, that will carry. Public comment. Is anybody online there?
Yes, David Samuels.
Okay, so then we'll move on from that one. Southern Door Fire Department report.
Alrighty, our last meeting was last week, May 13th. The treasurer reported $12,667.06 in our checking. $102,160.87 in our money market. In one of the CDs that we have through Capital Credit Union, $56,656.06. And the second CD, $59,167.30. For a grand total of $230,651.29. Chief Olson reported 7 fire calls and 9 EMR calls. The fire calls as of April 8th to May 13th, April 11th. We responded to mutual aid of Sister Bay. Sister Bay had a grass fire, quite large grass fire. They sent a squad and a UTV and they were canceled just as they arrived at the scene. So on the way home the same day, the firemen noticed smoke coming from the canal area in Sturgeon Bay. So they kind of hung around, dilly-dally a little bit, call came in, grass fire, Sand Lane. So we called a mutual aid, actually first ones on the scene. And provided brush truck, squad, UTV and a chief. So like perfect timing, they were already out, they were already coming back to Sister Bay, saw the smoke coming into Sturgeon Bay, hung around, got called and fired. April 14th, Mile Road to a smell of gas in the residence, they investigated. The smell of gas is near the water heater. They powered down the water heater for the homeowner, turned off the gas. No readings, we could not detect any readings on the meter, advised the homeowner to have it checked out. April 18th, Sleepy Hollow Drive for a popping noise and a burning smell. They were unable to find the source. A new heating system was installed 3 days prior. So they also advised to have it checked out by the company that installed the heating system, so. April 20th, mutual aid to Algoma Fire Department to Algoma High School. Smoke at Algoma High School canceled as they arrived on scene. April 30th. Pikes Lane, which is just a little south of the village of Forestville. For CO poisoning, carbon monoxide poisoning. Patient was feeling ill. WPS had installed a gas meter, a new gas meter. They notified the comm center to have WPS to return and check out their work. And May 1st, County 00 at Shiloh Road for manure spill. After assessing and conversing with Door County Soil and Water. Chief happened to be at a meeting at the Playdays Town Hall, walked out the door, right where the spill was, canceled the rest of the firemen on route. So 9 EMR call, I mentioned 9 EMR calls. Training in May was hose testing, all the hand lines and the LDH lines, all tested good, which is great. Interviews for the captain's position, which opened up, I believe, 2 months ago, or last month for sure. Will be held June 1st. There are 2 candidates. No names were given. Steve Bungle, the safety officer, is stepping down in his role as safety officer. He wants to continue with the department as an EMR and reserve firefighter, so that position is also posted internally. The question of pumping basements. Got a few calls during the rainstorms from residents, if we could pump basements. Which, after some discussion, years ago, we did have some pump and able to pump out. But the board felt it was not a service that the actual fire department should proceed with at all anymore, so. The new flagpole has arrived for the new area out front that they're
The flower bed.
the flower bed is right, so the new flagpole has arrived. The firefighters monthly meeting is tonight, which it's usually next Monday night, but because of Memorial Day, it's a week early. And the last thing I have for his report is the firefighters picnic is July 25th. This summer. I gave an update on the pending roof repair. I did talk to Northern Metal and Roofing. And because of the heavy snowstorm and the rainstorms, they're behind a little bit on schedule. But he thought wouldn't be too long after Memorial Day that they would be able to get at the roof repaired. So,
It's not leaking anyway.
no, it's not leaking anyway, but it's going to someday.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some people that are in dire need right now, so.
Right, right. So I gave an update on that. Also gave an update that the town is actively pursuing someone to replace Chuck Schley when his term is up here. And then the last thing I had was, I see you, according to the checks that we're writing out, is the money from the escrow for roof repairs.
Yeah,
All right,
I contacted Rich Olson to see the timeliness of the money. He said it was okay. The meeting to get it approved. He said you guys don't need to like June, he said, so.
June the earliest,
Yeah.
probably pushing July and so, but they'll have it. That makes all 3 townships or municipalities have contributed their share to the roof repair.
perfect. All right, thank you. Maplewood Sanitary District, I don't think there's,
We just have their notes. We had a lot of issues with the water. But
Yeah.
that's what these and basements. Yeah, so they had like 4 or 5 issues. He did the.
Chris had called me and asked me about the huge pothole sitting up just before the church with the markers on it.
Yeah.
And I told him there's nothing I can do about it. I said, it's no different than that one coming in because it's not our road.
Yeah, the county's aware of it, Jason's
Yeah.
looking into it,
Well, good.
brought it to that attention.
Well, it
There's
obviously is to their attention before that because they're the ones who put the markers there. Okay? And the
The
same
county
thing,
did, yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking.
my point is, Thad knew about it
Yeah,
for how long?
whenever it happened.
So it would have been nice if somebody would actually do something about it before somebody has a problem. The same one down as when we did our inspections. That's the state's responsibility. Before, you know what, we're gonna have a issue over there.
Did somebody call you on some land that the,
Yes. Yes,
I have no idea.
I gave him Chris's number about selling some land or they wanna do something of whatever.
Yeah.
I said. They report to us, but we don't, they're their own identity. There's nothing I can't really help you.
Yeah.
So I gave him Chris's name and number and said, give him a call, he'd know about it. Okay. Cemetery report.
We cleaned up the cemetery. Just a beautiful notice, we have in enforcement. And, it was a lesser problem this year than it has been years past. For sure, we're glad that, weather cooperated, we got it all done.
Good,
So that's behind us.
awesome. Thank you. Friends of Robert Bowman Memorial Park update. So I had handed the board members here a letter of support. So I'm gonna let Jan speak about that and what has been happening over there.
Yeah, so the copy of the letter is kind of an example, but it could be used as well. I was at a grant writing seminar put on by United Way and the Door County Community Foundation, and they recommended when applying for grants to have a letter of support if there's a different beneficiary in situations like this. So, basically it just states, as you can see, that you guys support what we're doing, so that anybody that we're applying for a grant for knows that the town is, agreeable to what we're doing on the town land. So if that's okay with everyone, I'd like to give it, here's just something I need electronically as we're submitting grants for the next 2 phases of the project that I can put along with any grant applications. As far as an update on what we're doing, the bathrooms, we have the funds between grants and the money that's already there to do the bathrooms. That's the proposal, the same design that was out at the election. So that will be moving forward. It's in the permitting stage right now. One thing to note is Chairman Gillett came here with the electrician and they looked at the power panel that's in here. So the town hall currently only has 100 amp service and the box of the panel is full. There's no room for any more circuits. And I think at times, I know I've been here renting the hall and breakers are popping. So in order to add anything else like the power that we need in the bathrooms, we need to upgrade this to a 200 amp service and put in a new panel in the town hall. So the way the bids came in, it will be covered. The Friends of the Robert Bauman Park can cover the expense. So there isn't an expense to the town. However, just that you guys know, we're gonna come in here, upgrade the service to 200 amps, which should be better for the town hall anyway. And then it would also be feeding into there. So just wanted to, I guess, make the board aware of that. That will be happening. Nice thumbs up from David. And like I said, it's in the permit process, so I mean, hoping to break ground this summer and get moving on that, and then we'll start planning for the next 2 phases with the pickleball. And the playground. Mhm.
Okay,
Thank you, Jim.
so. This letter of support, I think. We should, I guess we should maybe vote on it, right? David, I know you can't really see this thing. I don't know, Jan, you wanna read it out loud? So David.
Is it short to read?
No.
No.
You can see that.
I mean, I do understand the gist of it and I agree with the gist of it, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I guess I'm gonna look for a motion to. Approve that letter, so I'll sign it and then it'll get on town letterhead. And then go to the to the Friends of, the park.
I'll know that you and Dave take care of that, be that I am on
Fair enough,
board.
on the board. So I'll make a motion to approve this letter. Do I have a second?
Lauren, or, I mean, I will second. Again, I haven't seen the letter, but the gist of it makes sense. So I will second that as understood.
Perfect. So I have a motion made by Kevin Gillett to accept the letter of support and a second by David. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Hearing none, that will carry. Okay. And I don't think there's anything else on the park part. Gov and website, is there anything you need to know over there?
I think everything's gone, Teresa was able to get the, information on the appraisals.
And we added a tab on the website.
And you added the letter at the bottom.
Yeah,
So you handled both of those additions with town web directly.
right, so we have a new tab called revaluation information, so the letter that was mailed to all of our town residents is on that tab, along with the letters that the trespassing law is on there. The letter that the representatives are carrying along with them when they assess the properties is on there, so any information is
Is there?
later.
Perfect.
And they started early, as you know, all of a sudden, Miles is contacting me and saying, we're gonna start May 5th.
Oh, they're on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it on correspondence here, yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they don't want it found.
So when do you find out, so people are asking me, when do you find, when they
They'll
come?
be mailing a letter with your revaluation to each of the town residents.
Yes, so,
It probably wouldn't happen till like August or something.
Probably.
so what's gonna happen is they've already started. I guess I was gonna hit that on correspondence, but it makes no difference. It'll be.
Right there.
Yeah, that's what we added.
So they've already been out quite a bit, nonstop, and I think they're starting here and working their way. I think that's how they're doing it, but either way, makes no difference. The car is labeled, they got the little badges, they got everything else. The ones I see, if you weren't home, they rolled up a little thing and put it in the door that we were here, the assessor was there, whatever.
Yeah, Dave's got it.
yep,
Oh, yeah.
I met the guy.
Yep. So now what'll happen is once they're done with all that, they'll send us, everybody, a letter on where they sat, just like you would get almost every year, no matter what, right? They stay the same, and that's what's gonna happen. And then they can go and argue it or not argue it from that point. Okay. That should be it on that. Next item is approval of Maplewood Mets Class B retail license for 6 months, and we have, is that two operators applications here? One for Holly Muldins and one for Jim Grovable, which we do every year, so it's basically a renewal.
Familiar with them?
Yeah. And then the application for the license for our temporary Class B liquor license. So I myself don't see any issue with that. We do it for the same people every single year, so.
It is not changed. It's a renewal from previous seasons.
No, every year they gotta apply.
Right, but it's the same agreement, just a renewal.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
so.
I'll make a motion to approve the renewals for.
And I will second.
All right, I got a motion from Lauren Eager to accept the operator license application for Holly Malvins and Jim Grobel and the temporary Class B for the baseball park for the athletic club, and a second from David Samuels. All in favor?
Aye.
All not? That will carry. Her, she'll take care of that. Okay. The town board member per diem hourly rate increase, wage rate increase that we had talked about last month.
Right. This one, I have just a question on how we want that agreement if we go ahead with this. Is it possible that we could have put an agreement on the website as a DocuSign for each work or job somebody does, because we would have to, with that liability, we would have to have an agreement where they would waive personal and equipment liability, and equipment damage. They could document the work done with photos if it's removing a tree, for example, or something, and the hours spent. But that would have to be done for each occurrence of a work or job or project that somebody wanted to do. So is that possible, or is that something we even want to do?
I thought when we had talked about it at the last meeting, we were going to not actually do that, just based
Right.
off of the liability concern, period.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
I guess what I was talking about is what was brought up from the electors of raising the rate from, was it, we had 15 to 20 dollars,
15 to 20.
which would be our workers for, poll workers, that would be things that we do, that's what I'm actually talking about here.
Okay.
So there was a resolution that was done, and you had sent it actually to us,
Yeah.
and I might not even, did I grab the wrong one? You have that,
It was from some minutes,
yeah, some minutes,
2019. That's the last time.
I have that from February 18th. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think what we would wanna do is make a motion to adjust that, right?
Right,
And
just like what they did in the minutes. They
Yeah.
had a motion to increase the hourly wage.
From 15 to $20.
yes, yeah,
I would agree with that.
okay, or is that your motion?
Yes, if it is simply for that, I would move to increase the hourly pay from 15 to $20 for election and poll workers and miscellaneous work for the town.
Okay,
Second.
all right, I have a motion from David to increase the hourly wage from $15 to $20, and a second from Lauren. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
When's it effective?
Well, when was it effective?
Hearing none. So I'm assuming we want to make it effective
Today,
as of today's meeting, right?
we made the motion.
Yes, that would be fine.
Yeah,
I agree.
okay,
But just as an addendum, though, when we brought up that liability issue for the additional work possibly done, do we want to just shelve that completely? Or if we did have some DocuSign ability where, again, if somebody wants to clean up a tree that comes down before the town has to do it, can they put in for that $20 an hour if it takes them 3 hours and they take photos to represent it? But with a liability for any personal injury or equipment damage, they can waive that. Is that something we want to try and tackle or not?
I think what we should do at that point, just because your point was extremely valid, is talk to legal counsel.
Okay, fair enough.
And see if something would actually hold and we don't get strung out, would be my thought pattern there.
Agreed.
Cause, yeah, I was all for it until you actually brought that point up, and then I'm thinking,
Yeah,
I can see problems.
okay. Sounds
So-
good. We'll check with that.
Okay, correspondence. So my correspondence I already talked about was the assessment that has started. Anything else?
Did you
I
actually,
have one thing.
did you actually vote on that?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
David and then Lauren second and Carrie.
Yep.
did nothing. Okay, Joyce Hafen from the American Legion Auxiliary. She's the one that puts up the wreaths at Christmas time.
Yep.
So now they're gonna do a little thing at Memorial Day and 4th of July. They're gonna put up 250 pinwheels. They're gonna either put them on the lawn or by the pavilion outside. So they're gonna do that Memorial Day and then they'll take them down because
Sure.
grass cutting, and then they'll put them back up
Nice.
for 4th of July, so.
So do we need to vote on that, or just, are they asking for permission,
I
or?
gave them okay, but.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. David, do you see a problem with that?
If you see these pinwheels.
I do not.
I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, so 250 of them, so they're gonna do 2.0 or.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Lauren, you.
Is
can
there-
have it?
Well, for correspondence, I guess I wanted to just bring up that I was talking with Karen Stroshine about that agribusiness trolley.
Yeah.
And, when I sent that notice to you, just as an example, she was all excited. So she made that up real quick, but it looks good. And that could be something that we try to do for this season's cherry picking harvest. That's the intent from Southern Door Business Association. So they're going to try and get that for this middle of July, basically. And with the exact farms that will be involved and or businesses is yet to be determined. But we've gotten about 7 or 8 replies that are all positive from the businesses. So they would all like to be involved if they could.
Yes, it looked good.
I saw it,
I was at
wow.
that, and
Yes,
I know Jan is on that board, and they're gonna be talking about it here at the next meeting, which is tomorrow,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Right.
This week.
Yeah, that's what Karen said. I might be back, but I don't know if I'll need to go. But I mean, if I am, I'll try and go maybe. But it sounds like it's a great idea, and everybody that we've talked to has been really positive about it. So that's been good. Karen also mentioned about 4th of July potential fireworks if they could, some money coming in from Southern Door Business Association or other places. The lack of funding, but it might be too late to get the fireworks. It becomes a problem. So
That's what it sounds like.
okay.
It is.
That,
that is,
It was a lack of funding back in March.
Right.
It's now availability is the issue. And with the added transportation problems, there's no way.
So now, even if there was a little bit of funding, it's too late to get that. But
yeah, for this year.
okay, fair enough.
I guess I have a question, and maybe it would never even fall in that type of a thing. I don't know. What was the dollar amounts that they were raising?
$7,200.
About $7,200. Okay,
And that's all product that goes in the air.
yes,
Crude,
Yep.
that's nothing.
just
Yep.
trying to find avenues, because I think it's gonna be sorely missed.
Yes, because people are
I
calling.
would agree.
Yes.
Oh, it's nothing that, it's not on your end, nobody is blaming,
Yeah.
there's no blame going around, it's just,
Right.
you did a great thing, it was awesome, everybody loved it, and I think there's gonna be a lot of disappointment.
They're
I think
already.
we'll need to make it clear what happened so that there aren't little, kind of gossip going around of why it's not being done or what have you.
Well, I could explain it. It's very simple.
Well, you know what, we could also just do some form of a letter and put it on our website for our townspeople to know.
Right.
There was funding available at this point in time, and now even if somebody came up with it, the availability is not there for the product.
There have been changes by the Pipeline and Highway Administration at the federal level. They no longer can handle the explosives on a train out of Long Beach. Therefore, they have to transport them via truck in California to a different railhead. That goes CSX, and then they take it to another railhead where BNSF picks it up and delivers it to the explosives railhead in Chicago, then can be transported. The problem is that's going to be added cost, it's going to be added delays. And that means that people who are in the wholesale business are having a difficult time getting the product to deliver. What we have coming in up in Sister Bay's show is actually, some of it is not going to arrive by the Freedom Fest date of the 11th of July. And we probably won't get it until early August for the Marina Fest and the New Year's show. So it's difficult, and they're gonna add more surcharges to it. So the wholesalers are selling product that's on the water that isn't here yet. And there may be a lot of people who didn't have enough inventory in time. Everybody wants fireworks for this year. Sorry about it. Just too.
Well, it's the 250th, and that's part of it.
250, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But Kevin, I think I like your idea of just a letter stating what you said on the website, just to
Yes.
make it clear. That's a good idea.
I agree.
2 or 3 month delay. I mean,
And in that letter, David,
instead of April 1st, you think it should be like
Well, I
February 1st?
start working on this back in January and February.
But I mean, what, do you think the order should be in 2 months earlier? starting next year, or maybe 3 months
They,
earlier?
they probably have to be in by February, end of February, beginning of, March.
Because you were saying April, first part of April.
Well, yeah, but that was this year based on what went on last year.
But in the future, what are you thinking,
In the future,
earlier,
yeah,
just so people know?
commitment needs to be made back in February. I believe that that's when
Right.
it's at.
Yeah.
Or July.
Kevin, you were gonna say about the letter?
Well, and maybe we can even say if, you know, if people wanna donate to that,
For next year,
correct, for next year,
correct?
right? Because if they're that disappointed, then funds have to come out of somewhere. So
Right,
if
no,
they're-
fair enough, that's a good idea.
I don't know if we can accept it through the town or,
Wasn't that the Maplewood Mets?
I never.
Maplewood Mets have done, that's who.
That's who was funding.
you know, we should find out who was doing it, that it would go to them.
Yeah.
So that they would have money if somebody is willing to donate or multiple people are willing to donate X amount of dollars.
I did fundraising
Yep,
many years ago. I stopped doing that, could not.
yeah, well, you can't do
You
everything.
can't do it all. So that's when they took over.
I'm thinking of Maple, I think of the Mets, Maple Mets actually kind of,
Drop the ball.
well, not drop the ball, they stopped doing it.
They didn't raise money and people called me, my phone blew up after that posting on Facebook. And the net result was, people said, well, we'll give you some funding, not to issue anymore. But I don't, the town, I was on the town board for 14 years. I never came to the town to ask for any money. And so that's when the Maplewood Mets took over, this athletic club.
And when they came up short last year,
Yeah,
there's a business in Forestville that picked up the rest of the tab. So,
Yeah.
and this year,
they
it never got off the ground. So,
So they probably don't wanna deal with it.
thinking it's probably the answer you're probably gonna get.
Okay, so. Just curious. All right,
Well,
thank you.
Good ideas on the letter, thank you.
Next item is, roads and road work. The right of way thing, I'm gonna table that, David, until you're back here with us.
Okay, I
So-
did check with Jessica Hatch and we did get the example from Sevastopol, and that's the only one she had access to, but we can wait
Yeah.
until next month.
Right, when you're here, because it's not life threatening at this point.
Okay,
But then I'm gonna go to, the next part is, Joe Bader had brought a couple things up to me about trees in the right of way. And he was going to do a map, because as they went around and sprayed our signs, he was marking where there was gonna be trouble spots. At that point, they said we would then get the map, I would transfer an address to the property owner, so that we could write the letter and send it out and start that clock of getting it cleaned out here. Right?
Yeah.
So Joe, you have anything to add to that?
And the same thing about the culverts as well.
Yes, on that map, there's gonna be some culvert issues that we have from runoff. Which is one of them that we had talked about, that's already,
But is that gonna be the homeowners, cause? I don't
no,
know.
it's not gonna be the homeowner, cause it's whoever's field that is that caused the problem, right?
Oh.
The runoff. And I know it's not their fault, I've got that, it's the rain, it is what it is. But technically, right, if we do something as far as housing goes, it's our responsibility to make sure that that stuff doesn't run into the ditch. And fill our culverts or fill the ditch up, they'll have to dig it out. I know there was some projects done here on Mill Road with soil and water, and I'm pretty sure what's his name cleaned out his ditch like 2-3 times. Cause you couldn't get vegetation up to grow in time, right? Crop comes off, work gets done. You try, but it is what it is.
No, for, the trash and the ditches, you guys, everything was setting up the dot the road really?
You wanna adopt them? You feel free.
I don't know, we're gonna be striving for that. I don't think this year, it's because that storm is just so bad, there's so much debris and interest. It ain't gonna really affect us too much, except for like saddle days and stuff like that, but there's just a lot.
Yeah, so there was, he had brought up a point. What were the two roads, Maplewood and
Maplewood and intersection.
which is, you know who?
He wants his ground back, put on his field.
Well, good, he should dig it out.
I'll be ready too.
And, but he's gotta get his bags out of the ditch.
Oh, that way.
Right, I mean, those are his silage bag parts that are in there,
I'll
so,
see you tomorrow morning.
yes, can you?
Yes. Yep.
Make that happen, please.
I will.
Was that,
So, you noticed
that was
anything else?
Maplewood Road and where?
Maplewood and Maple,
Is that
Maplewood
the,
and Maple.
that's the one we're
Remember-
talking, okay,
Yes, remember where that washout was? By
Yep.
The culvert, and we
Yep.
wanted to build that up, which all that is done now, correct? And then Joe is gonna be working on leveling out the gravel roads.
and that
all of our-
other, that
taking
other
care of-
problem farther down Maplewood Road, at, over by, H and O there. That, the one who called us, right? That's what you were referring to before.
Well, these are multiple things here.
Right.
there's so much.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
That's only one, kind of, all the stuff that's in the pictures, that's.
yeah,
There's a lot of tigers and stuff like that too.
we keep getting these big rains, pretty soon we'll just all be down there by that river.
Yeah. But all, like I said, we got it marked, but I'll put it on a map.
You found some tires in our town ditches? Recently now, cause we didn't.
We sprayed on Tuesday, Thursday, and
There was none there when we did the
I
inspection.
know, no.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
there's one like on Wilkie Road, in the swamp. There's two tires there that are in the swamp. I don't know where they came from.
Are they out of the right of way? I'm good with it.
And then we get a big rainstorm, it will be. Well, there's another road that was two tires on, it was up towards Vines Road,
Well, if you remember, write it down.
yeah.
It could be Salona in the swamp,
What's that?
could be Salona. Road,
Maybe,
there's kind of a creek there, was, right, I think, yeah, those are there for,
there's like 4 tires.
been there for a couple of years already, I believe.
I haven't seen those in there, but,
Farther down towards, before you get to Ronnie Clark's,
oh, in that part, okay.
between you and right down the hill from,
Right, between Ronnie, okay, I'll check on that.
I believe on the south side of the road.
Yeah.
Yep,
Man, there's still some more washouts, they ain't bad, but. I got them marked,
Okay,
it's around the culverts, cause we don't, if you're just driving by, then. You're gonna miss them. But when you're going slow, and there's spraying all culverts, you can see them,
right, you're getting down there and
you're starting to wash out.
you're walking at every single one of them, so.
Right. No,
Yeah.
but I got that kind of marked, and I'll put it on that.
All right,
It's got them.
sounds good, thank you.
Thank
was
you.
it Joe or was it the county did some blacktop patching?
Yeah,
We didn't.
that was Joe.
That was Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, I see two spots.
They're done a lot.
Oh,
There's one place on Old Elm that we're gonna go back to, I talked to Kevin on them, that we're gonna kind of seal it. So the road cracks done. So.
Yeah. So, I think we'll be. Pretty good, we got most of our list taken care of, right? And then you were gonna give me a list of what you thought for some trees.
Yeah,
Trees down, but
yeah, the trees are down already,
we had a couple spots that we're gonna wanna get a number on for brushing. From our inspection that we did. I'll send you those on a little map.
that was something like that, and. I got it kind of all marked that there could be problem trees where we can't, we're gonna have to go along. Just too big. There's quite a few that we don't deal with, so. There's somewhere pretty. And then what were you guys, the road coming out of Forestville, come up this way, right to the right? I see Tony, what's this?
that's state project.
You guys out there building?
Yeah. The big hole there,
Yeah.
yes,
County or state.
yeah. As soon as the storm was there and we seen the road collapsing, I called Thad immediately, and he said the state guy was coming out. I think that was a Friday we did our inspection, right?
The water is actually running on the
State was
side of
coming
the
out
road.
on Monday,
Have you
This
looked
is
at it?
down Brands Road in 42, right? You're talking?
yes.
Okay.
Water's
And
running
has
on the
that been
side.
touched yet or no?
No, they just moved the cones a little closer to the center line. The
Jeez.
same thing that I was just complaining about up going
Right.
to the church.
No, of course, yeah. I was waiting till now to ask about that other incident, or they haven't even touched it yet.
Nope, apparently the state guy was coming that Monday to look at it. But it's not our deal, so there's nothing.
Right. That's looking
We
pretty
got our
dangerous,
stuff
though.
fixed right away. Our stuff is done.
West Center's all.
They finally patched the holes on County O. Where that truck burnt, or that tractor started on fire. And I've been asking for that for the last
They just, that
2 years. It just keeps getting worse and worse, and I say, well, whatever, I don't know what to say. So, but it's done now, so I'm happy with that part of it.
Pretty much how looking for us to build, even though it was just baseball side.
And I did put a pipe. East Carnet Road, near the intersection of Carnet, the cemetery, like across from the cemetery, there's a culvert there. And we looked at that pipe, the short one that you said was.
Right.
There is a white pipe in there now with 3 orange pieces of reflective tape around it, so and it's taller.
It's high enough?
I'm hoping it stays high enough.
Right.
It's higher
Okay.
it's higher than what it was, at least a foot or better than what
Okay.
it was.
Thank you.
But that is a culvert there. We looked at it, it's like, yeah, that pipe, or that post was quite short.
Yeah.
It's taller.
All right, so as soon as you give me that map, we'll roll through.
And for the training, I know last year, we're not fully, that's the original town.
Part of it is, only part of it.
Yeah. But there's a whole thing, we still do
You gotta know where the line is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're there, you just, I mean, you could stop short of. Of at least that. I wanna say septic, right? What is that, the septic plant, right now? We don't go.
The only reason I asked was, we have no problem, with it. It's just like last year, I'm sure this year it gets wet, and it's really wet. So we can go get in there, and that's when I was like, please, a little bit. So that's the only reason why I'm asking for this year.
Deity Road you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
And that's the road that those signs are by me, that you gotta, that post. When you guys go.
But yeah, there's no problem, I mean, just like we've been with for the past years, but this year, I don't know, we're really down there. All the way.
The other thing that we have, and I know ANP doesn't do anything, but. Is County Line Road. Dan Twine and Paul have complained that the board are cut and whatever else. It's horrible, but she still pays taxes to us. I think that you should actually run,
I mean,
yes,
well, I reckon I'm going to need Wednesday for happy, so. Yeah,
from old substation.
that's technically their portion.
Says the
But the problem is our constituents are calling and voicing extreme concerns because nothing ever gets done. It's hard for me to explain that when you pay us your taxes and we don't do anything for you. That's a little bit of a problem in my mind, but.
That's the.
But that was the memorandum of agreement, but
well, even if what happy doesn't go us, I'll still make sure that we keep that side.
that's what my
Even if
point
that
is.
side, well, hey, just put up on that side, it's not a big deal, just.
Right. That's,
Ken,
but by the time you get there, you're just probably lifting, just keep it down, who cares? You ran it anyway. So, all right. Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Item 16, yeah, Dave?
that's something we could bill Anapee for our $20 an hour and with that memorandum. You know,
Still come up short.
When I
Right.
wanna feel good about myself and all our roads that we have, I just go right on Anapes for about 2 miles and then I come back and I feel better.
Right. right.
I think we're doing a great job.
Yeah. No, that's, but we gotta do it for those people though. We can't really deny them that.
Yeah, I have a hard time explaining that to them, but I
Right,
pay my taxes to you.
right.
What-
Well,
Until then,
can Anapee be held, at least their feet to the fire with an agreement that they've got? So, I mean, we can go further and try to hold their feet to the fire and all.
Yeah, you can, but they cut it once a year. It was cut by winter.
Yeah, but
You know
then
what
by
I
then
mean?
it's, yeah,
That's their maintenance plan. So
right.
what are you gonna say to that?
Maybe we can add do it, by Memorial Day and Labor Day or something. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I just say, let's just get it done, just like the snow plowing type thing. Whoever is there first, just do it and move on with life.
Right, okay.
Gonna be one less thing to beat up. All right, next item is payment of bills. We have looked at the bills. Um. So I would need a motion.
we have looked at them.
Again, I couldn't see them, but assuming that they were all fine, I mean,
I'll make a motion, being that Kevin and I have reviewed the bills. That, I'll make a motion that we approve payment.
And then since I've seen them, I will second it, okay?
okay, thank you.
So I have a motion from Lauren, to pay the bills as presented and a second by Kevin. All in favor? Aye.
Aye,
Opposed? Hearing none, that will carry. Discussion and items intended for future meeting. I don't think we really have anything that's,
No, well, we get rid of the Mets. And per diem, so get rid of 12 and 13.
yeah, well, that's what we kind of do as we go through. If it's not pertinent, we don't really put it on there, and if it becomes pertinent, we add it back in, so.
yeah, I may check with, some legal with the town WTA just to see what they say, but otherwise we could table that. And you did say that, that right of way for the, broadband utilities, you wanted to wait till next month then?
Yeah, when you're here, then we will kind of compare some of our notes. I had some stuff here of different stuff, and even if whatever Jessica had, maybe if you were able to send it out in the email to
Yep.
the rest of us to kind of look at it.
Okay,
And ahead of time, and I can see what I've got here and send it over to you guys. And
okay,
maybe we just make one out of all of them, or maybe we just accept one that's already done and we like that.
yep, I can do that for next meeting, before next meeting, and then we'll take a look at that too, but so that'll be
Yeah.
next month?
Yes. Yep. That we'll kind of review it and start to get a game plan together, and I don't know if it'll be accepted by next month, but
But I'll get that to you before the meeting, yeah.
say that again, Dave?
I will get it to you though before next meeting, just whether it's accepted
Yes.
that time or not is not important.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
good.
All right.
Thank you.
Next town board meeting will be June 15th, 2026 at 6:30 PM. I am looking for a motion of adjournment.
I will move to adjourn.
All right, I have a motion to adjourn and a second, motion from David to adjourn and a second, from Lauren. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.